Okay, so high intensity interval training is a great way to boost human growth hormone factor and also boost your body's ability to burn fat. It kind of just turns on those younger hormones that make you feel alive, energized, and get your body as efficient as possible. However, you run into trouble when you're doing high intensity interval training or HIIT when you have poor form or you're deconditioned and you think it's most important to go fast rather than have good form. So I'm going to link a really fast and easy high intensity interval training workout that takes just 5 minutes, and it really involves only two components: squats and doing push-ups. So we're going to actually talk about the correct form of those two exercises in this video, so you can do the video at the end of this video effectively without compromising your body or hurting your joints. So to start, we're going to look at the squat. The squat, many folks, and I myself say this a lot, is try not to let your knees go past your toes. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you want to have this 90-degree angle at your knees over your ankles where you're sitting back and your knees are not going over your toes. What that's going to do is train you to use your gluteus maximus, your bottom, your butte, to fire and have control versus letting your quads take over the work. It's teaching your body how to squat the way that you decide to. A lot of times we just default to letting the knees go forward past the toes. Now, I'm not against having your knees go over your toes. In fact, it's really important to have ranges of motion where your knees do go past your toes so that you can have healthy joints. However, with the squat, I want you to learn how to keep your shanks or your shin bones level and perpendicular to the floor, so you're just engaging that gluteus maximus as much as possible. That's the prime mover in the squat position. So let's take a look at that more closely.
So here we are just doing a basic squat. What you're trying to do is keep your knees over your ankles and not let your knees move too far forward or interior of your body. In this example, you can see that that one was a better one than that one, where I'm letting my knees go anterior. To help you learn where your knees need to go or not go, you can use a chair. You just walk as close to the chair as possible, let your knees be blocked by the chair seat, bring your feet nice and wide, and then push your hips back, and your knees will be forced to bend without moving forward. You can hold on to the back of the chair for balance, or you can not hold on to the back of the chair, whatever you prefer. But the whole point is that the knees stay over the ankles, your weight shifts more to your heels, and the work moves to the glutes versus your quadriceps. You can also practice sitting up and down from a chair. So if you line your ankles right underneath your knees and practice standing up and sitting back down, that's another great way to control how far forward your knees move or don't move. So just standing up and down from a chair. This is an example of the wrong way to do it, where your knees travel forward when you're coming up and down. Instead, keep the knees isolated right over the ankles. Great job.
Okay, so with the push-up, you're going to want to move as one unit. You also don't want to allow your shoulder blades to collapse in towards another while you're pressing in. So you might want to start these off on a wall or a counter or a low table versus the floor. But I'm going to show you on the floor today, but I'm going to be on my knees. So you're going to come down in your push-up position, and then you need to either move your knees back or move your hands forward so that you can lower those hips down here. Now you want to allow your tailbone to be in neutral. You don't want to totally tuck it under. So allow your tailbone to lift up. But I want you to pull your ribs in, which is going to kind of tilt your pelvis a little bit, but you're not focusing on that. So allow your tailbone to be free, but then pull those ribs in. And then we're going to rotate the elbow pits forward and really press into all four corners of your hand, Rotate those elbow pits forward, draw your ribs in, and then lower down as one unit, push up as one unit. See if you can do it without letting your shoulder blades change position. So don't let your shoulder blades come in and out. Don't let them move, keep them wide. Draw those ribs in, lower down, and press up. It's a lot harder of a movement, and you're going to be using your abs a lot more, but I think you'll really like this change because it's going to be very safe for your shoulder joints, and it's going to allow your body to work as one unit, which is how it was designed. So try this video at the end, this video coming up next. It's for squats and push-ups, and you're going to do it back and forth, working up your intensity. So when you need to rest, just rest. If you can't do the whole time, that's fine, because I really want you to focus on your form. Less repetitions, more focused form. You will get there once you have good form down, and you can start going faster and add speed into it if you want to use that as a component. Thanks again for watching. Can't wait to connect next time. Take care.